I was going to have just some nice, peaceful, tranquil music playing during the stream, but looks like Zombie already called me out in the chat. Oh, Zombie accepted my request.
Yo.
It's like I see you in the chat right before I even start the stream, and I'm just like, oh, she's here.
Yep, the cryptid.
Yep. The
Southwest cryptid is here.
Yep. All right, layout because I want. Done. There we go. Oh, no escapes. Get back over here. There you go. All right. Got some nice yummy foods today.
Yum yum yum. How is Big Chungus?
I haven't checked on her yet, but I'm about to once I get the boys here straight. We could do some enrichment.
I've heard what you said about the boys, and they are anything but straight.
But right. They are definitely curious. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
They are definitely curious. Sprinkling some of this. I wouldn't say bad arugula, but it's starting to not be good. But they'll eat it.
Mm-hmm.
With some enrichment there, just tossing some of that stuff around. Try not to knock over my freaking phone. Where are my tongs? I can position stuff better with the tongs. There we go. Do 2 more pieces of grapefruit, which I actually put one of them on top of the corkboard. Spread everything around. All right.
I'm like watching YouTube like a hawk.
Right. I think mainly for Luke and his goldfish because of Miss Jigglypuff.
Miss Jigglypuff may have finally had her eggies.
I know, after the mayor stare.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just watching her for like weeks. It's like, damn it, have your eggs already.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Oh, Shumbay's nibbling on some pineapple.
Next thing we know, I'm gonna have a bunch of babies that go.
Right. Then you have the haters. They'll be like, they look like little pieces of raw chicken. It's like, no, they don't. They're little jiggly babies.
Mm-hmm.
Time to open up the baby.
I still remember when that first came out, and the hashtag "Protect the Puff" appeared in the comments.
Yes. That's amazing. Ooh, they sprayed.
He has apparently been paired with King Jiggles.
Yeah. You okay, Carolyn? Okay, you're okay, Carolyn. Carolyn didn't look like she was moving. All right, let's do a test. Let's mess with her, see if she responds. And she responded. That little Carolyn's getting old. Oh, we got some big babies. You're still a little too small to move, but you guys are getting big. All right, where's Marilyn? Marilyn, get your fat butt over here. Oh no, she's still fat.
She's still Big Chungus.
Yep. I mean, if you want to talk about Mare Stare, she's up next.
Mm-hmm.
Put in a little bit more of the roach ration stuff because, at least in that bin, I like having extra food on the side because growing babies and also a growing mama.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've said this a million times. The roach rations that Josh's Frogs offers for pretty much all all feeder roach varieties. Technically, you could feed the hissers on that just alone because it has all the vitamins and nutrients that they need. However, I spoil mine. I like to give them a little bit of everything.
And I mean, if we're still talking about the idea of feeders, what you do is called gut loading, which is a real thing. Yep. If you feed your feeders well, guys, you feed your pets well too.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I got this in a little kidney bowl for the side for the baby enclosure. And it's also for like the tiny babies. I've noticed they eat that a lot better than a lot of like the fresh food until they start getting bigger.
I've been noticing that I've like been sort of like flaunting my exotics expertise at Jurassic Pets. And I keep thinking,
Right.
should I like shut up? Because like I'm just like, when am I going to be offered a job, and when am I and therefore turn it down because of my disability?
I mean, hey, if Rick was willing to like let you work like maybe 1 or 2 hours a day, I think that'd be a cool thing.
Yeah, no, I think it would be a cool thing, but I would just have to be like, I'm going to set some realistic expectations. I cannot do that much
Right.
because of my pain.
Oh yeah, y'all are getting a lot of fruit today. Today's another fruit heavy day. Until I get paid, then I can actually get some more veggies and stuff. All right, a little bit more arugula there because y'all will smash that.
Otto has some like weirdness going on in his belly lately.
Oh.
But I'm hoping that since I moved all his hides to the Warman, that will resolve itself.
Right.
Because he was being a butthead, and like I warmed up his enclosure, and everything, and he just kept like sitting on the cool end of his enclosure, and I'm like, no, I need you to be on the warm end. And I'm thinking because he was sitting so much on the cool end before I moved his hide, I think he might have gotten a little bit of belly rot. Because that's how you get belly rot, is that the humidity is too high on a surface that's too cold. But so I'm hoping that now I move like all of his hides practically to the Warman, that'll resolve itself.
Yeah.
I may also stop giving him bads for a little while.
Yeah.
No, he really enjoys them. Boy, does that boy enjoy bads.
Of course, all the hissers are like on top of the cork bark, but none of them, except for one right there, going after a strawberry.
Oh, the more for him.
Right. Meanwhile, he's like, this strawberry's mine. Oh, someone's going after some grapefruit. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, everything's going good so far.
Yo, what's up?
I mean, like the moment I started up the stream, I already had like 3 people. I was just like, holy crap, where'd you all come from? or like, it's like your YouTube page, you have 19 subscribers. You're like, who are you?
Right. I mean, it's just like I literally never posted a single video.
Right.
In my life on my channel. And so I was just like, why? How do I have 19 subscribers?
Right. I'm spraying down the bin a little bit, so rain shower.
I must know if the Jigglypuff had her eggies.
Oh, I know. It's like everybody's waiting for the royal birth of the Jiggles.
Yes. He did say that he had multiple females
Yeah.
make their eggies.
Oh, someone turtled. Hold on.
Oh no! Emergency!
Flip. Flip. There we go.
Mm.
It's like hissers are good pet, however, they're not very bright. They're a little derpy.
Mm-hmm.
No thoughts, head empty, or no
Yep.
thoughts, only vibes.
God, Axel is like that. Axel's very sweet, very stupid.
Yes. Oh shoot, that reminds me. I got some more water to prepare to put into the tank. So I needed. Where are my drops? My conditioner drops. Oh, here we go. 10 drops. All right. Let that percolate for a little bit. Add it to my single snail tank.
The immortal Mary.
Pretty much. I've had that snail for almost 4 years, and his species of snail is only supposed to live between 2 to 3.
Right.
Because I've had him since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's still kicking. He's still moving and shaking. Just like, holy crap. It's like, how did I win the snail lottery?
I think he's just really good at taking care of like aquatics.
Right.
And like I said, your hermit crab lived forever.
Right. For something that was wild caught. Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's in juxtaposition to somebody like me who can't keep a fish alive worth anything.
We're going to try to change that, damn it.
I know.
Oh, yeah, Lisa, the setup is a good setup. It's extremely simple, but it's a good setup. Just a big old Sterilite bin, but hissers usually don't need too much. At least they don't need anything fancy. I mean, you can give them fancy, but you don't have to. You actually do keep it fairly, I wouldn't say like too damp in my hisser enclosures, because I do want them to have decent humidity. But they get their water from like the spray downs I do. Also their food.
What kind of substrate do you use? It looks like cypress mulch.
Cypress mulch is mixed in there.
Okay.
I use cypress mulch, a little bit of Eco Earth, Repta bark, and a little bit of Repta soil.
Cool. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm gonna probably end up using for Castiel's enclosure. Once I get that thing going, my orchid and air plant in Otto's enclosure died. The pothos is doing fine. I'm thinking of possibly putting Sebastian into Otto's enclosure.
Oh yeah.
Because Sebastian is a succulent plant.
Oh, and succulents are well, they're arid plants. They don't need that much water.
They don't need that much water, yeah. And like I missed his enclosure every day, and also the sprinkler missed his enclosure, so should be just fine. I'm thinking of putting Sebastian where the orchid was. The pothos is doing fine. The pothos is actually growing.
Nice. Lisa, yes and no. Sometimes they can flip themselves back over, but other times if I notice they're struggling, I'll flip them back over.
Just because they can doesn't mean they actually know they can. That's the difference.
Right. Like I said, they're very simple-minded in that they're not very smart.
No, they're not very smart.
I mean, they're definitely smart for a cockroach, but they're not terribly smart.
Smart for a bug, yep.
smart for a little bug, you know?
God, that fly yesterday. Buh. Fun fact about Zombie, guys. Zombie does not like buzzing insects.
Yeah.
Exact opposite of like, actually. Hate.
Oh, someone turtled and they moved and they flipped themselves back over. Good job.
Do you remember back in the day when they thought that, you know, a T-Rex couldn't possibly, like, right itself if it fell down?
Oh yeah, it's like massive legs, but itty bitty little arms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, the Carnotaurs from Prehistoric Planet.
Look at me! Look at me, my wife!
How a male Carno seduces a female with tiny little bright blue arms,
Yes.
waving them to reckless abandon in hopes that the female will submit.
Yes.
Right, Lisa. It's like one was like, "Oh, fall over? Okay, I'm on my back. Help!"
Mm-hmm. Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
Do I need to get you boys Life Alert or something? Come on, man. Oh, Quasi's trying the arugula. Because if y'all could eat grapefruit and be fine, I think arugula should be okay with y'all either. It's not like onions or garlic.
I have so much cleaning to do today. I got people coming over to install an air conditioner in my room.
Oh yeah, because your bedroom gets like stupid hot.
Yeah, my bedroom gets really hot at night. During the day too, but especially at night. To the point that I cannot sleep in there. I've been sleeping on the couch lately.
Yeah, I don't blame you, to be honest.
I mean, you'd probably do that if you could.
At the old townhouse, I actually did at some point. It just got so bad.
Yeah.
But since I've had this oscillating fan, it definitely helps. It definitely takes the edge off.
Yeah, I'm really weird. Like, I have a really high heat tolerance, but for some reason, I find it really difficult to sleep if it's warm in my room at night.
Right.
I guess I'm somebody, it's like I need to have like a warm blanket, but my head and my feet need to be like freezing cold.
Right. Oh shoot, that's right. I got
I was in Washington State when that happened. I lived in Washington State when that heat dome went through. I think we got to like 122, 125 degrees.
Oh yeah, I remember, and apparently, according to folks around you, you were a bitch.
Yeah, it's just like apparently it takes 122 degrees for me to officially be too hot. And when I finally reach that threshold, I turn into a bitch.
Yeah, that heat wave that y'all had in the Pacific Northwest was no joke.
Yeah, I was there. I was living in Washington when that heat wave came through. And on top of that, we also had the joy of having 100% humidity. And there was smoke. There was wildfire smoke. So we had to keep our windows closed.
It's like, sorry, it's like, all right, I'm in an oven.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, my room was in... Oh, that's not good. Luckily, my room was in the basement of the house, and so it never got hotter than like 88 degrees in my room. Because the thing is, like, I mean, I don't know if this is more popular in Oregon, but 70% of Washington, especially Seattle, has no air conditioning.
Right, because it never gets that hot up there.
Yeah.
So it's
I mean, my snakes loved it. especially Otto, because African snake.
Right, African snake loves, hot Saharan heat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were around us too. It wasn't as bad.
Here, I'll be right back. So keep
It was
talking.
never as bad as it was the first year that we got wildfire smoke up there. That was crazy. I just remember waking up and looking outside, and I was like, did I wake up in the apocalypse? Like, did I die? Am I in Dante's Inferno? Because, like, the sky was blood red, and the sun was like an orange, dingy light bulb in the sky, and it was raining ash. And I was just like, I'm in the apocalypse. It was crazy. Apparently, the East Coast is now getting, a taste of that now. It's been really funny to watch the reactions of East Coasters or West Coasters to East Coasters getting smoke. And people from California, Washington, Oregon were like, oh, so this is your first rodeo? Because, like, yeah, I believe you. It was really, I worked at a horse rescue, or volunteered at one, I should say, for the longest time. And it was really difficult having to manage the horses because we couldn't exactly take them. And I think what we did is that we just kept them indoors, because it was just so bad outside. I remember that. We didn't. I think for a moment Bellevue had the worst air quality, but we never actually got that bad. It was bad, but we didn't get like that bad. I actually was kind of tripping. I was looking around like, what? I feel like I'm in a disaster movie. But I mean, the thing is, like, I have I encounter major problems with wildfire smoke, like just health wise. And so for me, I was just like, if I am going to like get extremely sick every time I walk outdoors, I want it to look like there's a reason. Because the thing about wildfire smoke is, like, even if you don't think it's there, like, it looks okay, like the smoke is still there. And for me, like, when I went out in it, I got really sick. Like, it was bad. And so it's just like, I was like, you know what, if I'm like gonna be this sick over something, I want it to like look like there's a reason. I don't want it to just be like clear skies. I want like the apocalypse. Do 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 do. Joey. For me, it was mostly like, I didn't like really react in terms of like coughing or anything. I just got sick. I got like the flu, basically. Like, it was like I got sick to my stomach, lethargy, like it fatigue. I did have a little bit of a cough, but it was mostly just like congestion in my lungs. It was really bad. And I did learn that day. I was like, I cannot. Oh yeah, I almost passed out too because once I thought the smoke cleared at least, I decided to go and do some work at the horse rescue, and I went there and I was doing really badly. I like almost passed out several times. Because it was just I just couldn't deal with the smoke. And my chore manager saw me and was like, "You need to go home." This is why I told Christine that she needs to like stay indoors as much as possible because she has like really bad secondhand smoking and wildfire smoke really not great for that.
Sorry about that. I had to attend to something, but I am back.
Yay.
Hopefully no one escaped because I had to go downstairs really quick and I was like, I gotta get back upstairs. It's like the lid's open on the Hisser enclosure. I can't have any escapees.
Oh, I'm sure your mom will find them later.
Oh Christ, that'd be funny.
Meow.
Oh no, Joey makes her appearance.
Did you make your appearance?
Because she may as well be a recurring character on my channel.
Mm-hmm. Well, she offers important commentary.
Yeah, good girl.
I don't drive. But no, I have not. I have not seen the devastation. However, we did apparently have like a ton of wildfires here around where I live.
Right.
I was just telling her about like how the reaction of like the West Coastians to like all the East Coast getting smoked is just like, oh, this is your first rodeo, huh?
Right.
Especially California.
Used to that.
Especially California. Like Californians are like, yep, welcome to our world.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I need to know if Jigglypuff had her eggies.
I know. Oh, sweaty, 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 because it's supposed to be in the 90s today. That's going to be great.
I don't know how hot it's supposed to be for us.
At least you got the dry heat. I got the hot-ass soup weather.
Uh-huh. I remember people are like, oh my God, we're in a heat wave. And I'm like, where?
Right.
Okay, we're supposed to get up to 89 degrees today. That's not that bad. Might get some thunderstorms.
Right. I mean, we had them yesterday over here, and they're pretty wild. Like at my work, me and an associate, we're just like, because we hear the rain just pounding on the roof. We're both like, what the hell is going on?
It's a biblical flood.
Pretty much.
Reminds me of the storms in Oklahoma. I remember last time I was there to visit family. Like out of nowhere, it just started barreling down on us. And it took me 1 minute to go from the car into the pet shop with with Lucas. And that was all the time it took to make me look like I had just like fallen into a swimming pool.
Right.
And Lucas was completely waterlogged. The storms there get really intense. I mean, it is like the heart of Tornado Alley. But up here,
Right.
we get supercells here too, but it's really weird. They don't look like normal supercells, or at least what I think of when I imagine a normal supercell. They're very short and squat.
Hmm.
Like, they're not very tall at all, but they're like a pancake storm.
Good old pancake storms, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because I remember, because like I'm one of my autistic special interests is storms. And I went out to see them, and I was just like, "That is the weirdest looking storm. It's flat. It's squished."
Right. It's like who flattened this storm?
Mm-hmm.
It's like someone tried to flip like a fat burger patty and just like squish it down.
Right. Because like at least the supercells I'm used to from like Oklahoma are huge. They go like 70,000 feet into the sky.
Right.
And they just tower over you. It's really intimidating. These things were just like short and squat supercells. They're just like very wide, not very tall.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to get more filters because got one filter left. All right. Oh, see some of the ladies on the top enclosure are starting to chow down.
Remember last time I was in Oklahoma, we actually did encounter a low precipitation supercell during the day, and yeah, it was like, I mean, they're really cool looking when you see them in person. But it's like really big, huge storm, and there was like red lightning in it.
Okay, that's pretty metal, but also terrifying.
Right. I mean, it's low precipitation, so like there wasn't any rain. But you could see all the lightning, and the lightning because what happens is that the dirt in Oklahoma and Texas specifically is very red. It's very red kind of dirt. And the storms, because they're so powerful, they slurp up all this dirt because their suction power is that strong. And so the whole storm turns red. And so the lightning looks red.
Like I said, metal. However, sounds like the damn apocalypse.
Yeah. Oh, the storms in Oklahoma are really cool. Really scary sometimes, but really cool. Like Oklahoma and Kansas are the ones that are most known for their storms here in the U.S. And it's for good reason. They're very photogenic. They're very powerful. Oklahoma specifically deals with a ton of tornadoes, and often really powerful ones.
Yeah.
So we have not encountered an EF5 tornado since 2013.
I mean, hey, that's good.
Yeah, it is good. You know, like it does, but it does let you know, like, I mean, tornadoes are so common here in the US that we don't think that they're that rare. But the truth is, they're actually extremely rare when it comes to the entire world. We just have the monopoly on all of the on the tornadoes. I think was it 30% of the tornadoes of the world happen in the U.S.
Yeah, like a good percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if anyone saw that, but this hisser in particular was just doing what dogs and cats do, like when they scratch your ear. That hisser was scratching his butt with his back leg.
Go and get your ear.
Anyas.
She's finally on some her allergy medicine again, so she's feeling better.
Right.
Gonna get myself some more coffee. Be right back.
The good old sweet potato coffee. Okay, so got the aquarium done. The hissers are fed. It was great though. It's like I'm trying to top off the aquarium, and Mary the snail starts coming up the side of the glass. He's like, "What's going on?"
Right, I'm back. Dude, you gotta try this coffee. I think it's like Varcona blend from Starbucks. It's blonde roast.
Oh yeah. You told me.
I must. No, there's Jigglypuff. Had the eggies.
Like I said, good old mare stare.
I've been like constantly refreshing YouTube.
Actually, looking on Amazon right now, see how much the filters are. Neon filter cartridge small.
I need to like draw the dragon forms of my characters someday.
Right. I mean, I'm just gonna call him Q Man because I can't pronounce his fucking name to save my life.
You
Yeah, Q Man. Well, yeah, he would look badass as a dragon.
I call him Feather Pillow sometimes.
I would imagine don't ever call him Q Man to his face because then your intestines will be on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Q Man.
Well, I mean, the truth is, like my most powerful dragons, like him, like go by many names on Earth.
Yeah.
That's just one of them. So if you did try to pronounce it, he'd be like, first of all, that is not my name, and you're still pronouncing it wrong.
Right.
No, but I do have a design in mind for him. I have a design in mind for all my characters, really. The issue I always encounter when I draw dragons is that I just, for some reason, just never satisfied. Like, it's just like, it's not dragony enough.
Right.
Q Man.
Come on, Q Man. I mean, there's a guy I used to work with that his name was Jacques, and I would just call him Quez or Q Man.
I mean, do you know how to say axolotl?
Axolotl? Yeah, I can say axolotl.
Try to just like sound it out like pizza axolotl, and you got it.
Pizza axolotl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a cute drawing of a little axolotl that's made out of pizza.
Or horrifying.
Right. If it's a pepperoni pizza, it just looks like a visceral horror.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do have a design in mind for him. That at least in my head looks pretty cool.
Right.
Same with Leviathan. And yeah, they're really big.
Mm-hmm.
I did come up with one story of like, all right, bye. I'm boring everyone with my stories.
Oh no, you're good. Bye, Lisa. No, it's all good.
I think my most recent story, he he didn't even open his mouth like fully, and his mouth was still big enough to like bite down to like fit the Statue of Liberty in there. He could eat Godzilla.
Made kaijus look like little furry, like little furry animals or some shit.
Right. That's what I say. It's just like he makes Godzilla look like a puppy.
Godzilla's a gecko now. Sorry, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Well, for the longest time, I had such a hard time like sussing out like the sizes of my dragons, especially the biggest ones, the celestial dragons, because they're supposed to be like gigantic. But how gigantic, I couldn't figure it out. And then it dawned on me, I want to say a week ago. I mean, ever since I saw Otto, I was like, there's my pattern for Apophis. And like I had this image of Apophis like in his Drake form next to the pyramids. Well, a little bit behind them. They're a little in the foreground. And I realized like, wait, the answer's been staring me in the face the entire time. That is how big they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're really big.
Right. Alrighty.
Lucky bugs.
I know, right? But I'm actually going to end the stream here because, like you, I have a lot of stuff I need to do too.
Yeah.
So, thanks everybody for coming in and watching, and thank you, Lisa, for talking with us.
Mm-hmm. Bye, everybody.
Have a good afternoon.